There's a little strait in America's west coast that connects the San Francisco Bay to the Pacific Ocean. It's called the Golden Gate. At its narrowest, the Golden Gate is a little over a mile long. Now, as early as 1916, people began talking about a bridge to connect the two sides, and, well, it took a while to get that started. It was on January 5th, 1933, the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge began, costing about $35 million, which is equal to over $500 million in today's money. Well, as part of our West Coast vacation, Dawn and I visited the Golden Gate Bridge. So the history of the Golden Gate Bridge is a pretty interesting one, but I'm not going to go into that today because this is, well, a vacation video. Part 4 of our West Coast adventure. We didn't really spend a long time in San Francisco as we were actually just passing through. Now, as we had just come from places like Vegas, Fresno, and the Mojave Desert, we were surprised at just how cold and windy the Golden Gate Bridge was. You can see from this picture that most people put on jackets and such to keep warm. After we put on our warmer clothes, we did the usual touristy stuff. How about a quick montage? When you park on the south side, you can see these things. From what I understand, this area used to be Fort Scott, and large guns once stood on these to defend the coast. You can also see Alcatraz from the bridge. However, we didn't have time to actually visit the famous island. Once we were done with the Golden Gate Bridge, we headed over to the ocean. For us that live in the flat Midwest, it's fascinating to be up on the hill where the fog comes over like this. And finally, of course, the ocean. Now we can say we visited both coasts. But again, we could only spend a short bit of time there before we had to go. We had to continue our voyage to get to where we were really headed, and that's the Crater Lake National Park. I believe it was crossing this bridge where I really felt like we were getting away from San Francisco. Now, before we got to Crater Lake, we traveled for a few hours until we reached this campground for the night. It was a very windy place, and I talked to the man who ran the campground, and he told me it's always windy. Anyway, I got up before sunrise, shot this little video of myself.
Hi, it's Jeff. I just woke up. It's about 4:45 in the morning. It's still dark out. I'm waiting for the sun to come up so I can make my coffee. I haven't made coffee outdoors camping yet on this vacation. We're more than a week into it. This is the first night we've stayed in a tent. We've been staying at hotels up till now.
And then I finally had coffee, watched a little of the local wildlife, and then we headed out on our way. The thing is, we were excited to visit Crater Lake, but there was one thing we didn't expect, and that was the forest fires. And that'll be in part 5, which will be coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed part 4 of our vacation video. It was a 2.5-week car adventure that we took, driving from the Chicago area all the way out to the Pacific Ocean, then up to Crater Lake, and then back over to Yellowstone. And Crater Lake will be in part 5 coming soon to this YouTube channel. Now don't forget to subscribe, like, and do all the usual YouTube BS stuff that everybody tells you to do. You probably won't, but anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with more. This is Old Man Kelley. Thanks for watching.